result of the .info. So I was talking about what does null means. Now, if I run this particular info on this data set, you are going to see some cell showing what? NaN, which means that what? Not a number, which automatically transmits to missing value. So now, how do you know if there is any cell or there is any row where there is a missing value? It is when you see that one of the number here is different from others. For example, all of them are showing what? The same number, 55,502. Now, as against what we got here, check. We got what? 55,503, which means that what? One of them was not captured. And I know the reason because in that data set, if you open it, there's the place where I wanted to do analysis that I wrote total, which I did not fill up the values across other columns. So, but in case you run this and you see that some are having more number than some, it's a sign that under that particular column, let's say here you have 55,501, while you are having 55,502 in other column. What it means is that that particular one that is short of one, there is a particular cell there that does not have value. That is what it means. So now with this, and this is also telling you the type of data. That D type means type of data. So Python sees the name column value as object. It sees the age as what? Float. It sees the gender as object, and so on. Now, so that is all. And then here you can also know the amount of space this particular data occupy within the system. The network issue. So let's try at the round up. I will just take one more and then stop here. I need to prepare for the server security section. All right, so I believe you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can hear me now, that is for .info. So I will just take one more, which is what? .isNar is a function that is used to check for missing value in a given data set, like I was explaining. So where there is no value, you can actually run this code on your data set to always know whether there are some cell without value, which is also very important. But if you are smart, like I said before, you must have used the value here, some of the information here to know whether we have missing value or not. So in this case that I'm having the same number all through, so that is the confirmation that I don't have missing value. But if you still want to try it, you can go ahead. So here is how to check for missing values in a given data set. To check for missing value in a given data set. So the syntax is you simply call the name of the data set as usual. Then you concatenate is now, and then you run it. So you see that it will output what? False. Now, but there's a challenge you can actually experience, which I will continue with in the next class. The challenge is that you are not able to see all the value based on the total number of record in this data frame. Some are wrapped in like this. When you see this dot dot, means that's what other records are, in, but you cannot view them. So you might not be able to depend on just is now. So we are going to add dot any equals to what? 1, probably in the next class, where you will now be able to fetch out only if there is any place where there is a missing value. Python will call out only that particular row. So from there, you'll be able to know, so that you don't assume that there are no missing value. Meanwhile, there could be missing value in row 6, but you are not seeing it. So this is where I will stop because of time. I will not be able to, go beyond this. But if you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question, you ask. There's no question, then we stop here.
All right. Thank you, sir. It's really clear. But I believe if I take time to go through the video again, I'll be able to grab everything.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
So, like I've told us before, let's take our practice work very serious. So before the next class, I expected that every one of us will have applied this. Once I send the video, sit down with your laptop, make your notes, and also apply everything, because you're going to share your notebook before I continue in our next class. All right, so please help us to share the link to join our DigitalZ community group as we have started our activities again. So different program will be coming out so that they can be updated. All right. Have a nice day.
All right, sir.
Celebrate your Easter.
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, sir.